Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, hi, welcome. Today I am doing a review and try on haul of the brand Stylewe. I like to do every once in a while a video where I review a company that kind of makes its way around the internet via Facebook ads and Instagram ads. They have just these beautiful pieces that in their product photos they look amazing and their prices are so insanely cheap, and you just think to yourself,
oh my god, is this too good to be true?
can I trust this website? Are these clothes going to show up? Are they going to look like the picture? Stylewe is one of those sites that has been around for a while. I've seen it around. I've always wondered about it. I've had friends who have texted me or reached out to ask me, like, have you ever ordered from this site? Is it legit? When Stylewe recently reached out to ask if I would like to do a video for them, I said yes. Now, full disclosure, Stylewe did send me the pieces that you're going to see in today's video. However, this video is not sponsored in any way, and I am going to be brutally honest about my thoughts and feelings about the fit, the quality, and the style of these clothes. If you are interested in anything that you see in today's video, you can head down to the description box where I'll have everything linked in the order that it appears, as well as the size that I got. I'll have my current measurements so that you can kind of compare that to yourself to help you gauge how their sizing runs, all that good stuff. And if you want, you can use this promo code that Stylewe has provided for my followers so you can save a little bit at checkout. Make sure to stay tuned till the end because I'll have my final thoughts and verdict on Stylewe and whether or not I think it's legit. If you're ready for a brutally honest review, then buckle up, baby, because we're about to jump right into it. We're going to start off on a positive note. I think that's the way to go, and I am just in love with this suit. Let's start off talking about the trousers. I got these in a medium and they fit very true to size. I'm very surprised because sometimes with Asian brands, the sizing can run small sometimes. But their size chart was correct. That's what I went by when I chose medium, and these are great. They have a little bit of an elastic in the back, so there is some good stretch, there's some give, which is fantastic, because right now, if you subscribe to me, you might have watched my fibroid video. I basically have a mass that is the size of a cantaloupe inside of my uterus that will be getting removed via surgery in about 2 weeks. Yay! Back to a flat stomach. But for now, these pants are great because they can sort of fluctuate with, you know, whether or not you're bloated or, you know, a little bit of weight gain or weight loss because they have that elastic back there. I really like it when trousers do have that. They've got some nice pockets, and I just have to speak to the fact that they're constructed pretty well. I mean, the fabric of this is stunning. Like, I was actually shocked when I pulled these out of the package because I was not expecting these to look exactly like the picture. Like, it just, this was the one that I picked that I was like, there's just no way it's going to look that nice. And somehow it does. I mean, I love this. Now let's talk about the suit jacket that matches it. Also got it in a medium. Also fits true to size. Size chart was spot on. And I should probably change out the jacket that I'm talking about. Although I think these pants do look really cute with this quince blazer, which I will also link below if you're interested. That's the great thing about a matching set. Now these pieces don't come, they're not sold together. You have to buy them separately, but they're obviously meant to be worn together like a suit. I mean, the inside really isn't too bad. It has a nice lining and it buttons just one single button in the center. The construction really isn't terrible. It's got a tiny little bit of shoulder pad just to give your shoulders a little something something. The collar is sort of like a tuxedo style collar because it's just a nice like straight lapel that's very thin. And it's just got this beautiful gold throughout, and the green obviously is very vibrant. And I just think together this suit is such a freaking standout. I'm absolutely like flabbergasted at how good this is. I'm not like, you know, saying this because they sent me this for free. Honestly, like, this is absolutely stunning and I'm obsessed with this whole suit. I think this would be beautiful during the holidays. If you have like a wedding coming up that you are invited to and maybe you don't want to wear a dress, this would be a stunning option, a gorgeous suit like this. And then I also, like I said, like I wore the pants with a black blazer. I could wear this blazer with, you know, maybe dark wash jeans, maybe some black leather pants. I mean, you could really break this apart and make a ton of beautiful outfits just with the separate pieces, but together, wow, obsessed. Now let's go on to something a little bit less positive. Another suit. This one is kind of a crazy contrast because the first one, obviously, I was in love with. This one, not so much. So of course, as always, I'm going to put the what I ordered versus what I got. And these are, again, two separate pieces that you buy separately. They are obviously meant to be worn together. So I'm going to show the product photo of them worn together so you can see them. But starting off with the pants, I actually don't mind the pants. I kind of like them, actually. I've been looking for a good pair of like tuxedo style pants that have this like white stripe down the side for a while. And I think these kind of fit the bill for me. I mean, no, they're not the most like amazing fabric ever, but they fit really well. They have that elastic band in the back of the waistband like the previous pair of pants do to make them a little bit more comfortable. The pants have a slight bit of stretch to them, and I think the pants actually fit well. They look good. So I really don't hate the pants at all. They hit right at my feet. So definitely not gonna be wearing heels with these, I don't think, because they don't kind of fit long enough for me. I'm 5'7", just for reference, if that helps you. But for me, wearing heels with long pants, I usually try, especially trousers. I want the trousers to kind of puddle on the floor when I'm standing flat, so that when I wear something that has a little bit of heel, the fabric of the pant can sort of drape over the heel even a little bit. With these, I don't think that's going to happen. So these are going to be like a low block heel or a flat shoe pant for me. But let's move on to the blazer. Okay. This I had such high hopes for. It has that cool like tuxedo menswear kind of vibe going on, and if you see the product photo of the model, it looks like a really nice suit. What I got, I don't think is the same as what was photographed. For starters, the overall fabric itself just feels really flimsy for a blazer. I feel like for blazers, you want a fabric that has a little bit more weight to it to give it a little bit more structure so that it lays nicely, and with this, it just feels a little bit too thin and too flimsy. It just doesn't have that structure in the fabric that I want for a blazer. You do have a little slight bit of a shoulder pad, which is like nice to have, but overall the fabric is not great. Inside construction is okay. The biggest issue that I have with it, I think, beyond the fact that the fabric just feels thin and cheap, is like the bottom part of the blazer. So when you can see it, or hopefully you can see it in the cutaway, but the bottom part just looks like it kind of like awkwardly flares outward. It's just a very strange shape, and to me it just seems like it was designed by someone who doesn't really know how to cut a blazer, because I just don't feel like it was supposed to fit this way, and so now it just has this little bit of extra fabric just flapping around on the sides. So this jacket's going to be a no for me. I'm probably going to get rid of it just because I don't think I will ever wear it. The pants I will keep, the jacket, no. And this, I think, is an example of what a lot of these types of websites do. Stylewe, I've reviewed Uozi before. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hoaz or Riohaz or whatever the hell it was called. All of these websites that have weird names that don't really make very much sense. They have these beautiful product photography shots, but really cheap prices. And what I think happens is they take the product shots from another brand that is already making these things, and they just use their photography rather than taking their own photography of the piece that they're making that's imitating that other piece, if that makes sense. So this is a perfect example of that. That is why I feel like you should take a lot of these websites with a grain of salt. And yeah, so right now we are 3-1. So still, we're doing okay. Well, thank goodness I ordered yet another blazer from this website, because I think this could also work with these tuxedo pants that I really like. Now, this is another thing that I saw the product photo, which I don't have to share with you all on this video because I don't think they sell this item anymore. It must have either gone out of stock or like they took it off their site, but I could not find this blazer, so I'm sorry I don't have what the product looked like for this particular one. But this is a slight improvement on the last blazer. Now, it still feels a little thin and a little flimsy like the other one did, but I think the nature of the fabric of this, because it is more of like a satiny type of fabric, it just feels and looks a little bit nicer, whereas the other one was just very polyester-y and thin, so it was just like not the vibe. This one has this beautiful trim of pearls that go down the outside of both of these sleeves, which I love. That's why I wanted this blazer. I'm such a sucker for anything with pearls on it. Oh, just give it to me. I love anything with pearl embellishment. So I thought that was so pretty. The pearls are nice. They're sewn on, I believe, or they're studded on. So it seems like they're on pretty solidly. The construction of the blazer itself is not too bad. It doesn't have the same issues as the last one. But the thing that I think is so hilarious about this, which is easily fixable, thank God, are these two little flowers that are by the button area. I wish you could see the original photo because I remember like the flowers being like a lot bigger and more beautiful looking. These are literally just two like cheap floral pins, brooches that they pinned on the blazer right there. It just looks weird, and it looks a lot better if you just take them off. And in fact, you take both of them off. You can put one of them just up here on the lapel if you want that look. But yeah, putting them awkwardly by the button, I just think is a lot. And I think the blazer is already making enough of a statement with the pearls being on the sleeve. So you could even just put the pins away and pin them on something else if you want. But I think they make this look cheap, which I mean, it is cheap. But yeah, taking them off definitely makes a difference, definitely makes it look a lot better. So this is not terrible. It didn't totally live up to the expectations of its photo, but definitely an improvement on the last blazer for sure. This next piece I feel like is very different. I had no expectations for it because it's just kind of like a sheer jacket thing. I don't really even know how to classify it, but it's this stunning red. And I'm really into this, especially with this sequin mermaid red skirt that I styled it with. Like, I feel like I am so ready for a holiday party in this outfit. I mean, do you agree? It's just screaming like Christmas time. But I think this is actually like a really cool and interesting piece. It's got just like the right amount of sheerness. You can see what you're wearing underneath it. The color is so vibrant, and construction wise, I really don't hate it. The fabric of it does feel like a little bit scratchy. By the way, do we love my little Halloween nails? I am obsessed with them. If you want the link to them, I will put them in the description box. They're Amazon, less than $10. But yeah, I think this is really pretty. I like the little drawstring that it has, so you can kind of cinch it in the waist, kind of create like a little bit of a peplum look to it. Is it like a necessity in your wardrobe? No, but I think this piece actually does kind of live up to the expectations of the product photo, which is kind of like my rubric for this whole video. Like, is it going to look like what it looked like online when I get it? And with this, I would say yes. And it's really, really pretty. Definitely a fun piece that you could definitely style during the holidays. Bright red was very in style last year. I feel like it still is trending, but regardless, like, I feel like personally red is a good color for me. It's a color that I will wear regardless of if it's in style or not, because it is one of my personal good colors. So I don't know, when I wear red, I just feel like it makes my coloring and my features like really pop a lot. So I'm always looking for good red pieces, and I think it's fun. It's something fun and different, something you can create more like cool layered looks with, and it's unique. I love a unique piece. So this next piece I'm not going to wear right now while I'm talking because I can't have the AC on, and it is hot here in LA still, but it is this faux leather trench coat. Now, when I saw this on their site, something about it rang a bell for me, and I knew I had seen it somewhere else, and it turns out I had seen it somewhere else on like another influencer months ago, obviously like before summertime. And this trench coat is duping, if you will, like a designer. I can't remember who it is, but I'm going to find out while I'm editing this video, and I will put the name and the original jacket, a picture of it here on the screen. The original one, as far as I know, is sold out, so you can't buy it anymore. But there is this one, and it's a really cool jacket. Like, I don't hate this, but I will say that the construction of this is pretty bad. And I guess I wasn't really expecting a lot for the price point that it is, being that it's so affordable, what it's trying to be. But the lining of this is like non-existent. There is no lining of this jacket. It's just like, you can see like the construction of it straight up. They did not bother to line it at all. So there's that. It looks really bad from the inside. The jacket itself, like, I've had it hanging on my clothing rack behind me, you can see, for like a couple weeks now, and I've had it kind of smushed between two pieces because I was trying to sort of like iron down, if you will, these lapels, because at first, like, they were just like sticking straight up, like they would not lay flat like it's supposed to, so that was kind of irritating. But now that it's been kind of smushed for a week or two, it has kind of helped it to sit flat, which is good. It does kind of seem like someone came and just spray painted the edges of this with like a green spray paint, which I think is the point, and it kind of gives it like a cool edginess to it. But it definitely is not the best constructed jacket ever. I did get this in a medium, if you're curious, and I think I still will wear it because I think it's a really cool piece. But would I buy it? I don't No. I put this on, I went to button it while I was doing the try on video, and I thought that the jacket was like, I like buttoned it in the wrong button and it was uneven, but no, it's made uneven. I don't know how I never like noticed that or saw that. So I wanted to look at the product photo to compare it. And yes, in the product photo, it's also uneven and split on one side. So that must be how the original one is. But I'm just even looking at this, like you can see like hers has like some strong shoulder pads. This one does not. And I mean, otherwise it seems like it's a pretty good dupe, except that the belt clearly has belt holes. And this one, the belt doesn't have holes at all, even though it has like a little belt buckle. So that's a little interesting. I guess I'll have to punch my own holes in this belt. Definitely, clearly a dupe, and a very cheaply made one at that. So $113 for this? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I look at this jacket and it just makes me think of The Matrix, because it's like black and green, and also because it's like a leather black trench coat. I feel like I'm like wearing a Matrix outfit when I wear this, and I don't hate that. I think that's pretty fun. So this next pair of pants, I feel like do pretty much live up to their product photo. I am not mad at these. I got these in a size medium. They also sell these in a black version if you would prefer that. But, you know, I do love me some color. And I think the green could be really pretty as we go into the holiday season with different outfits. And I just thought these were such a fun and interesting style of pant. Not something that you see every day. So they've got sort of like a solid pant underneath, and then you've got this really cool overlay of sort of like this circular lace. I don't really know what else to even call this. If you have a better word for what this circular part is that's laying over than lace, I would love to know. So comment down below and let me know what you think it's called. But it just looks really cool. They're sort of wide leg, they're a little bit pleated, and it's pretty much cropped almost right at the ankle. This is a pair of pants that I feel like you wouldn't want to wear with flats. I feel like it would look kind of weird with flats. You need some sort of a heel to elevate them a little bit. At least for me and my height, I think it would look strange with a flat. But overall, pretty comfortable. They don't feel like they're super cheap. And again, they look like what I was hoping they would look like from the photo that they provide on their site. So these are going to get 2 thumbs up from me. All right, I love me a big, full, fluffy tulle skirt moment. So I saw this one on Stylewe's site, and I thought it would be interesting to try because I don't really have a white tulle skirt. The one in the product photo seems like it's nice and full. This one, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not very on the full side like I thought I was getting. It's also very thin, so you would have to make sure to either wear a slip under it or to wear underwear that matches your skin color so that your underwear doesn't show. The other thing about it is the construction is not great. If you look at the bottom, the hem seems like it's uneven. Like it kind of looks like the sides are longer than like the front and the back maybe. And then there's this one like just random piece of tulle that's just hanging off inexplicably. I mean, obviously it's easy to trim it off, but it kind of looks like it came apart at some point. And this is the first time I've ever put this on. So it wasn't me. But yeah, I don't know if I love this skirt. Again, it feels a little cheap. It feels a little flimsy for a tulle skirt. But I'm trying to make the best of it. I like this outfit that I styled with it. And then I put on the white pearl blazer over the top from earlier. You know, I mean, working with what we got here. So yeah, not the best item in this haul, but also obviously not the worst. It does fit true to size. I got a medium. I probably could have gotten a small because it has a very stretchy elastic waistband, so that gives you a lot of room. No, not my favorite. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this skirt. So let's summarize Stylewe. Do I recommend shopping on Stylewe? Look, I am not sure. The quality seems to be really hit or miss. The green blazer and the suit, chef's kiss. But some of these other pieces have been pretty iffy at best. And I really do feel like, for the most part, the product photo that you see on their website is probably not going to be exactly what you're going to get when you order. I also went and did a little bit of a dive on their site to see what their return policy was, because I know that's usually a big issue with a lot of these Asian-based, usually Chinese-based websites, is their return policy is usually really bad, and sometimes people don't read that before they order, and then when they don't like what they ordered because it doesn't look like the picture that what they thought they were getting, they find out too late that they basically can't return it, or that the return policy is so ridiculous, you have to pay for to ship it back and all this stuff, that it's like not even worth trying to return it because you're barely going to get any money back. The return policy on their website seems like it's reasonable. From what I read, it seems like if you wanted to return something within 30 days, you can, and it's a pretty like straightforward process according to their site. However, I did go on Trustpilot and read some reviews on there, and pretty much none of them were good. A lot of them complained about the return policy, about being unable to even get in contact with anybody from customer service when they wanted to return something. This is not my experience, but I did want to do a little bit more digging around the internet to see what other people's experience was, just to give you the full picture of this website. So my final conclusion would have to be, if you want to take the risk and order something from this site because you really want something and you really love it and it's a very affordable price and you're kind of willing to gamble the cost, then I say go for it, because then you really don't have anything to lose. But if you want to order from there and you really want the ability to return it if you don't like it or if it doesn't fit you, I would say maybe don't, because you might not be able to. And to that end, also, if you are going to order something from here for an event, make sure you give yourself plenty of time out from the event, because their shipping time seems like it takes a little bit longer than like your standard US shipping. So it's definitely a risk. But I think that there are some good pieces that you could possibly get from this site. It's just, you never know what you're going to get. Like in this haul, you know, I could not have predicted how the quality of some things would be great and some things would just be absolutely terrible. So hopefully this helps you. Please comment down below and let me know if you've ever shopped at this site, what your experience was. I would love to hear from you all. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button. I would love to have you guys around for more hauls like this one. If you haven't watched it yet, go check out my fall trends video next. It's got all the details. You're going to get totally up to speed on all of the hottest fall trends, and it's all right here. So I'll see you guys over there. Make sure you give this video a like before you go. And if not, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Now that I have nails, all I do is this.